Salute, 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 Band-Aid gang. Y'all get in my live. Y'all get in my live stream. Y'all better hurry up and watch this before they take it down. Hurry up and watch this before they take it down. And I mean watch the whole video, Band-Aid gang. Y'all get up in my live. Double tap the screen. Because at the end of this live stream, Band-Aid gang, your face is going to be looking just like Prince Andrew's. I'm going to have your face looking like this at the end of this live stream. We broke the code. We broke the code, Band-Aid gang. Y'all get up in my live stream. Y'all going to have to hit that Cash App, double tap that screen. Y'all going to have to send a super chat. Get in my live, gang.
Get her.
Double tap that screen. This live stream is going to make you look like this. We have broke the code. Y'all think this is Prince Andrew? Not. Double tap the screen. Hey, we Damon. Breaking the code. Damon, send the APB out. Band-Aid gang, I promise you, hurry up and watch this live stream before they take it out, gang. I broke the code. I broke the code when it came to the Epstein file. You got to watch this live stream if you want the truth. I got the truth. I broke the code last night. I broke the code last night. Scared the shit out of Angel. We were so scared after I found this evidence. I'm telling you, you got to watch this live stream before they take this down. I did my best to put it together piece by piece. See, remember, Damon, when we said signs and symbols are for the conscious mind? They hid this shit in plain sight. But I had to look, and I found it. Gang, I'm talking about y'all got to hurry up and get in here and watch this live stream before they take this down.
It's about to get real.
It's about to get real, y'all. It's about to get real, y'all. After this live stream, your face will be looking just like his face right here. I don't even know if you're going to get any sleep tonight after watching this live stream. I said, damn. Hurry up and get in here. Share this to everybody. This live stream is the most exclusive live stream that you're going to see on YouTube. We just broke the code. My gang, we broke the code. So, Band-Aid gang, I'm going to start it off and let it play. Diamond Gang coming in here. Get the whole gang. Share this out. Here she come. Diamond Gang, what it do? Diamond Gang, what it do? Double tap that screen.
What up, though?
Hey, Diamond.
Y'all gonna have to send them super chats in for this one, gang. Y'all gonna have to run that. This right here is going to shock you. Have your face looking just like this. See, a lot of you people thought that this was really Prince Andrew, didn't you? You thought this was Prince Andrew, didn't you? Not. Double tap my screen and get in here. Hurry up and watch this live stream before they take it off YouTube. I'm telling you, we broke the code, and it's going to scare the shit out of y'all. We going to start. I got an exclusive timeline, y'all. Diamond Gang, it's going down. It's going down, Band-Aid Gang. We going to start off rocking the show. Hit that like button.
Outbroken in Iran as of now, where they are literally just burning down the statue of this demon as a declaration against Satanism. So they're basically declaring war against Satan and anything that's not godly. Because as far as what we've seen from the Epstein files, we've already seen that there are children's.
So we know this is an entity. The ball. Diamond brought this up. Y'all get in here. We got 14 in here. Double tap the screen. Y'all hurry up and watch this live before they take it down. It's going to be some signs and symbols. It's going to be some truth. It's going to scare y'all tonight. I'm sorry about that, but the Most High made me come out and have the answers for you guys on this live stream. Diamond, do you want to give any demonstrations on the ball?
Well, you already know that the ball, BAAL, is basically a satanic person that they're all like basically they're basically all worshiping.
Absolutely.
And he's not the only he. I'm gonna say a he. I don't know if it's a he or she, but uh, that's not the only person that they're actually praising. But that is what basically a lot of the people that are doing sinister things are praising.
Absolutely.
And we're starting to find this out. I'm sorry, I'm a little raspy. I've been running around, but let's be clear. Ball is also been named by a couple of actors
Absolutely.
that have been saying, "Hey, this has been going on behind the scenes for a long time." They have been mixing up that with Scientology. I don't know if you
Hmm.
heard of Scientology. That's another uh, practice of religion that is going on in the celebrity world. But
So pay so pay
yeah,
attention, Band-Aid gang. What we're finna show everybody. It's gonna have your face like Prince Andrew when he was in the backseat of that car. Now notice that we are in a war and we want to go to war with who? Iran, correct?
Mm-hmm.
See, Iran know the secrecy. Iran threatened Donald Trump, gang, that if he go to war, they gonna release tapes with him allegedly having sex with young children. Let's continue, gang. We finna break the internet. Watch this.
That are being sacrificed to this demon, and people are outraged after what happened with the Epstein files. But now it definitely looks like Iran is taking the right measures, and they're showing their anger towards this demon that all of these Hollywood and the elites around the world have been worshiping for hundreds and thousands
Did y'all hear
of
what he
years.
said?
And what really surprised the entire world now is that
Diamond Gang, did y'all hear what he said? Did you hear what he
yep, they've
said?
been worshiping it for thousands of years. This has been
Thousands of
going on
years.
for thousands of years, and they mask it with this religion of Christianity, quote unquote, Christian values, and they try to use the Christian faith in a way to be able to get people to do sinister things in the name of Baal.
Now, everybody, in the name of Baal, I want you, Band-Aid Gang, to pay attention to the horns on his head as we go down this rabbit hole. That man up on the top left, Les Wexner, we broke the code. His house is going to have a shape. We're going to show you the overviews. We're going to break the internet tonight. Hit my like button. Let's go, Band-Aid Gang.
right after the burning of Baal's statue, this is something that nobody expected, by the way, where Prime Minister Netanyahu of Israel has now officially made the statement where he said that Iran burned the statue of Baal as a declaration of war. We are watching what is happening. Now, this is honestly a very, very...
So what they saying?
Now, right. So how is it a declaration of war if it ain't got nothing to do with Christianity or Judaism? So what? See, they're telling on themselves. He told on himself by him saying, "Hey, by them doing this is an act of war." Basically, you're stating that you're not really a Christian, you're not really Jewish, you're really praising the statue of Baal. You're really
now what they're saying?
sinister.
Hold on, Diamond. Now what they're saying is, and I may be saying what you're saying is not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. What the Iran message is that they're sending is that us Western people, which is America, is the ones that is worshiping this entity. That's why they're burning it down. Not them.
Right, so
America.
Iran is not wrong. Iran has, and what they said is they have people that have actually hacked into a lot of these people's computers and devices, and they
Absolutely.
figured out that a lot of these people that are sitting here, quote unquote, practicing the Christian faith, are actually really not Christian at all. They're really actually
Absolutely.
sinister.
I get exactly what
So,
you're saying. Hit the like button, Band-Aid gang. So now everybody listen to this here.
Hey, the girl.
This went on. We got 23 in the building. Double tap that screen. What up, yo? What up, Diamond Gang? Valentine, I
hey,
see
hey,
you up in
hey,
there.
Dub, take your mic, your face off the mic.
All right, all
Yo,
right.
you yelling in the screen. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, okay.
You gotta give
Okay, can you
give
hear
me a
me?
look. Yeah, we can hear
All right,
you
hold
now.
on, Diamond. Now look, check it out, Band-Aid Gang. Check this out. I see you down there, Richard. Band-Aid Gang. This right here is going to shock the world.
Yeah, what's
This
up,
gonna shock the world.
Diamond Gang? What's up, Diamond Gang? What's up, everybody in the chat?
Let's go.
And suggestive and just disgusting communications and content. But right
Hello,
now,
Nurse
there
59.
are three things that popped up that are so weird,
Everybody
so
listen.
disturbing. I just wanted to dedicate a full episode to this, okay? An allegation that Epstein was interested in acquiring toxic plants that could take away someone's free will? What? For the guy who was accused of orchestrating a sex trafficking of minors operation.
Not only that, he wanted to have a toxic plant. Everybody keep tracking. To take away your free will. Go take your bank account. And then not only does it do that, it will erase your memory. Now, come on, everybody. Hit the like button. Let's go.
Hey, sus.
That's something we got to talk about. Diary entries, or what appear to be diary entries of an alleged young victim. They are horrifying. They may add more fuel to this idea of Epstein having secret babies. We have an update on that and an update on something that we did.
Y'all heard that? Secret babies. Now, when it comes to the babies, we're going to get to that. But I want everybody to pay attention to the horns you've seen, and now him populating the world with his seed. So now, everybody, this has been going on for years, decades, from kings and queens. These people themselves are from a certain bloodline. They're from a bloodline, so that's why he has been creating babies with the same bloodline, something that has been happening for decades, years, thousands of years. So watch this, Band-Aid Gang. We broke the code. Now listen.
Just a few days ago, an update on the claim, the allegation that there are dead bodies on Jeffrey Epstein's former New Mexico property, the Zorro Ranch, or around the Zorro Ranch. Got to talk about that. So I want to start with the plants, okay? So there are a series of communications about this. The first that I want to bring up is from Jeffrey Epstein. It's an email from Jeffrey Epstein to an Ann Rodriguez, okay? It's dated March 3rd, 2014. And he asks, ask Chris about my trumpet plants at nursery? And the response later on is will do. So one way to look at this is, was he referring to Angel's trumpet plants? I look
now, the plants. I want everybody. We got 24 people. Do not miss this. I want everyone. Hurry up and watch this before they take it down. Look at that airplane in the back. Put a 1 in the chat if you see the airplane in the back. We broke the internet. You see the airplane in the back, Band-Aid Gang? Everybody put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Now we're going to break the internet. We're going to go back to this clip. Watch us break the internet right here, gang. I broke the code. So what I did was, watch this, everybody. I broke the code. Hurry up and watch this before they take it down. Something told me to look at that emblem that is on the airplane. Look at the emblem that is on the airplane. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to show you something. The emblem that is on the airplane. Everybody pay attention. Watch this. I broke it last night. So what I did is, I'm going to drop this screen and show you guys. I'm finna break the internet right now. I'm about to break the internet right now. I broke the code. Yo, 20, 30 people in here finna be the first to see what I broke the code last night. So the emblem on the airplane, pay attention. I made this slide for everybody to see. I made this slide. So I want you to watch this, Band-Aid Gang. Pay attention to the symbol that is on the airplane. Watch what I did. We got 43 in here. Y'all know y'all want to see it. Hurry up and watch this before they take it down. Look at the emblem on the airplane. I put an arrow there so you guys can see it. Now watch this. So what I did after that, Band-Aid gang, you can see what I did. 44 people in here. This is what I did. After seeing the emblem on this slide, I put in it, and I did it with ChatGPT. ChatGPT, look what I asked ChatGPT. I said, what does this symbol mean? Now, it's a symbol. Look at the arrow pointing down. You see that symbol that's in between the parentheses? Put a 1 in the chat if you see the symbol between the parentheses. Y'all seen it over here on this channel. Share this live. 55 people in here. Look at the arrow pointing down. When I typed it in ChatGPT, I did a smart thing. Some said, C-Dub, see if your ChatGPT will tell you what this logo means. So I typed it in, and that's what it said, Al-Ghazi Runa, right? As it says Al-Ghazi Runa, after I did that, something told me, C-Dub, there's a movie that you watched back in the days. It was called Ritual. It was a movie where some gentlemen were going out in the woods. And when they went in the woods, it was a woman laying on the floor. That was the memory that came to me. But when they tried to leave this barn, if anybody know that movie Ritual, when they tried to leave, they kept coming back to the same place. They kept coming back, come to find out it was people feeding. It was people feeding some type of entity. So watch this, Band-Aid gang. And when I watched the trailer, guess what popped up? Watch this, Band-Aid gang. So now you see the emblem. Now watch. Now look at the parentheses, that logo. Now watch. Watch this. We broke the internet. This is the movie. This is the movie. So in the movie, here's the guys. Look on the trees. Look at the symbols that are on the trees that they're looking at. Look at the symbols on the trees. Now watch this, Diamond Gang. Boom. I put it in a circle. There is your emblem right there on the tree. Hit my like button. Look at the emblem on the tree. There it is. Now watch this, Band-Aid gang. There's the emblem again. There's the emblem again. There's the emblem again. We have broke the internet. So in the movie, look. Look at that. Diamond, are y'all tracking me? You see that?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely tracking.
Now watch this, everybody. You see this body looking shape? Okay, I'm gonna go back. Gang say he didn't see it. Go back. There's the logo. There's the emblem right here. The same Azar Rooney, the same piece, right? So now look at this, Band-Aid gang. As we continue, I'm finna blow y'all mind. Look at that. Look at the symbol. Look at the shape, everybody. Cupcake, look at the shape of the head and the two arms hanging, right? They were taking, in this movie, some people came, which were being crossbred and all of that. The people came and they was, I'm going to show you, they were sacrificing people to this demon that was eating their insides like the adrenochrome that was eating the insides of them. So look at this, Band-Aid gang. I'm going to blow your mind. Look at them. Look, right there. You see the people? You see the symbol right there? You see the people? They were hanging the people that they caught on this symbol. And when they were hanging the people that they caught, it would be this monster that would come out the woods and that would eat them. They were sacrificing people to the monster. Hit my like button. They were.
And you know what, Dove? A lot of this stuff is actually all connected. All these movies, all these shows, they're all connected in a way, telling us things that we probably would never even think of or believe if we was really told the truth.
So watch this, everybody. That's the same symbol that we seen on Epstein's plane. ChatGPT brought us this symbol, and they were sacrificing people on this symbol, feeding it to what, Band-Aid Gang? Feeding it to a monster, which Phil Snyder told you guys that the aliens like to eat our blood. We looked at Gene Hexner's house, went down there, looked like they was hiding something that is eating people. Phil Snyder said it. These people aren't human. So watch this, Band-Aid Gang. Watch this. This is going to blow your mind. Watch this, Diamond. Look at, you seen the people in the trees? Look at people in the trees. Watch. Here it come. Look at the people in the trees, Band-Aid Gang, that they were sacrificing to the people. Now what? They were sacrificing the people to this entity. Now watch this, gang. Look. 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 Look at that. Look. This symbol that's on Epstein plane is symbolizing all of this type of activity. But this is where I blow your mind at right here, gang. Look at that. Hit the like button. We done. Hit the like button. I just broke the code. Now, don't get scared tonight. This is what's going to make I swear to God, your face is going to look like this. If you can't see it, your face is about to look like this. If you cannot see it, I'm about to break the code right now. I'm about to make your face look like this. Diamond, do you see this? Does anybody see what I see? That picture that you see at the top is Lex Wagner's house. That is Lex Wagner's mansion right there. But if you look at the shape of it, look what it looks like. The same symbol that you're looking at right at the top. Hit my like button, gang. I just broke the internet, bro. I just broke the internet, gang. I just broke the internet. Look at the shape of Lex Wagner's house. And look at the shape of that body. The arms, the house looks just the same way. And where you see the circle at would be the head. And then you got the arms going up, the same symbol. His house is the same symbol as you see right there. Hit my like button. I just kicked the internet in the ass.
So that 80-year-old man really is sinister with his lying self.
Is a sinister. Do you guys put a 1 in the chat if you can see that is the same shape of this head? Do you see what I'm saying, Diamond?
Yeah, I see it. I see exactly what you're talking about. It's the same exact symbol on the plane as his house, as the image in the air of this man's home. So that leads me to believe that when they did that deposition with Lex Wexner, he was lying the entire time, which is a crime. So, you know, I think that at his age, he like, well, I'm already 80-something years old. Oh, well. But he could have just, he knew what he was doing.
We just broke the internet, Band-Aid Gang. They cannot take this video and share it with people that you know. They cannot hide that they are sinister and that there's stuff going on underground that they are feeding some type of demon, which is the BALL, and Iran is destroying over there. They know that these people, the elites in this country, are kidnapping children, and they are feeding the children to some type of entity, and they are capturing people. They are capturing people, gang. and they taking them. I'm going to show you another thing. Hit my like button. We about to do them all type of ways. Watch this, Band-Aid gang. Was that in my... Yes, hold on. This blow your mind. That is the same shape of that. I asked ChatGPT, and it told me the truth. ChatGPT broke the internet. You'd be surprised. Hold on, Band-Aid gang. Hit that like button. We just broke the internet. We just broke it. So,
You know, it's really crazy that this man owns so many things that involve women. Victoria's Secrets, Abercrombie and Fitch, Bath and Body Works. This man surrounds himself around women things, and the whole entire time he's praising Ball.
absolutely. We just broke the internet, Band-Aid gang. So watch this. Y'all see that is the same shape of Lex Wagner house. We found the symbol. We broke it. I know they're going to be watching. Watch this, gang.
Say in the chat what y'all believe, what y'all think about what y'all just learned so far, y'all. Because right now, like I'm a little rocky with what I'm talking about right now. But I want you guys to, in the comments, tell us what you think.
Put a 1 in the chat if now you see what we just broke, gang. And all I did was typed in what was that symbol on the side of the plane. And I truly believe, everybody, the paintings that Epstein has, that we're looking at those paintings, I think those paintings have maps inside of the paintings. That's why he collect paintings, because the paintings, I'm thinking if you shine some type of light on them, if you put some type of chemical on them, those pictures are going to be maps. See, they can't beat me. We beat you every time. So everybody, let's go back and look at this right here. Hit that like button.
This photo was found in the parking lot of a convenience store in Florida in 1989. And this photo still to this day has still not been identified. So this lady had just finished shopping when she found this photo on the ground. So she immediately called the cops. The cops reached out to Polaroid. Polaroid told the cops that this photo had to be taken after May of 1989. So that means the photo was at most a month and a half old. So this photo goes viral. So this family in New Mexico, they had a daughter named Tara Calico.
In New Mexico. Another family in New Mexico, they had a daughter
who had gone missing. So they said that looked just like their daughter. But the cops examined the photo and said, that's not your daughter.
The cops told her, Diamond, that that was not her child. They told this lady that that was not her child because the police are involved. So listen.
What? The boy in this picture is thought to be this kid named Michael Henley. Michael Henley had also gone missing in New Mexico in 1988. His family also believed that this was him.
So we got two families that said that those two children look like their missing child. Two people said that. And the police said no. Out of Florida. Ended up where? In New Mexico. One was in New Mexico.
Wow.
Listen to this, Band-Aid gang. Sad situation.
Once again, though, the cops said that is not Michael. I want you guys to look at this side by side. Tell me that that does not look like the same kid. Yeah.
Looks like Michael to me. Put a 1 in the chat if that looks like the same little boy. Put a 1 in the chat if that looks like the same little boy. But the police are telling that woman or father that that is not their child. The officers told them that. That boy looked almost like the same little boy, but the police, because the police stations be involved. Hit my like button, gang. Double tap my screen. Double tap that screen and hit that like button.
Yeah, it does.
2 years later, in 1990, Michael's remains were found in the park about 2 miles from where he originally went missing. To this day, Tara has never been found. She is still missing. And the 2 people in that...
Look at that. Look at that picture. That could be you. That could be you or your child. Sitting like that in the back seat of a car. That could be your loved one. Easily walking out. Make sure you walk with your wife these days when she go out. Make sure you walk with your loved ones. Make sure you watch your children closely. Because this is what's happening in America. Our government have been feeding our children to some type of evil, sinister entity, drinking their blood and sex trafficking the children for tax money. Populating the world. They're feeding these children. And they're eating the children, allegedly. Hit my like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We broke the code today. We showed you guys today. We showed you today. Not only we're going to still go down the rabbit hole because there's more that's going to trip you out. So what we did, they tried to beat us, but we beat them. We beat them with ChatGPT. Told us, see, they thought they was going to get away from telling lies all the time, but lies catch up to you. And they didn't know that the internet would fuck them up. They didn't know the internet was so advanced as it is. See, what they should have did was took the internet down, but they gave the people too much access to be able to do research, and now it has screwed up the whole country. So, Diddy's involved. So watch this, Band-Aid gang. We gonna go back again. We gonna go right back again. Hit that like button. I must educate everybody. Look at this symbol. Look at that house right there that you see on top is Les Wagner's house. That is Lex Wagner's mansion. Hey, Peanut. And his mansion is in the same shape of the entity that they feed children to, which was in a movie. So now we go back again. Back it up so the people that are slow, the emblem was on the plane. I saw it. I typed in right here, what does this symbol mean? And the symbol is what you see right there. See, ChatGPT told on them. I said, damn. ChatGPT told on them. They tried to get the damn ChatGPT to tell on us, but the ChatGPT told on them, gang. We beat you. We beat you every time. That's why they've been sabotaging my views and my channel. Because they know I know how to track them down. So now, guys, Band-Aid gang, when you see these emblems and all the signs that they're doing, start taking them, screenshot them, put them in your ChatGPT and ask your ChatGPT. And ChatGPT told on Epstein. So these sinister people feed bodies and people to some type of evil entity or an alien or a demon. They exist, you know. And we broke the code. So now, let's get to the meat and potatoes, Band-Aid gang. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's make them mad. Let's make them mad. We got 26 in here. Let's make them mad. We broke the code. So now what we done did is, Band-Aid gang, we about to do all type of ways. So let's Wexner, let's do you all type of ways. Let's see what you had done did. Before we go to the next clip, let's go.
Proclaimed possessed by a demon.
So Les Wexner proclaimed, did y'all hear that? That he was possessed by a demon. And we just seen the house look like him. The logo was on the plane, and he had most of all control over Jeffrey Epstein's assets. Hit my like button. Let's go.
What's your secret to success? And he's like, I'm possessed by, I have a drive for more.
The demon that always wakes up in the morning with Wexner and tweaks and pulls at him.
Is that Wexner in 1985 basically is like, yeah, I'm possessed by a demon.
Les Wexner owns some of the most popular stores you've seen at the mall, but his ties to Jeffrey Epstein.
There is no single person that was more involved in providing Jeffrey Epstein with the financial support to commit his crimes than Les Wexner.
Les Wexner exposes that he has been possessed by a demon in 1980. No joke. In New York Magazine, a billionaire Victoria's Secret founder, Leslie Wexner, described being possessed.
We broke the internet, gang. We broke the internet. He's possessed by a demon. We saw what his house is shaped like off of looking at a symbol that was on Jeffrey Epstein's private plane.
Possessed by a daibuk, which is a malicious spirit or demon in Jewish folklore. Wexner describes the entity as a demon that wakes him up in the morning, creating constant sense of worry and spiritual pins and needles. Wow. So that's what's going on with Leslie Wexner. And we're going to go to this Joe Rogan clip talking about Leslie Wexner. And then
now it said exhibiting pins and needles. Pins and needles is what those trees look like, didn't it, gang? That we looked at in the movie. They look like pins and needles, very thin.
That looked like that one movie we saw, pins and needles.
Yep. Hit that like button. Ha ha ha. We beat you. I'm in the same boat. Are you, bro? I lost 29 YouTube channels. I've been doing it since 2017. But you gotta keep going, gang. It's worn and ruined, right? For harvest, absolutely. And they are reptilians. See, we got people up in here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, okay? You got to be open-minded and do your own research just like I did. Now, all of the pieces are coming together. All the pieces are coming together. Now, I'm going to get you up out of here. Ain't no just J clip. I'm going to kick you in your ass. Ain't no justice for no Jeffrey Epstein or somebody that played for kids in my chat. Knock your drawers off. Get out of here. Don't you? We don't want you over here. We don't want, get him up out of here. Jeffrey Epstein is the biggest victim. Well, guess who about to come a victim now? You is. Bye. Get him up out of here. We don't want no doggone people like that over here. We don't want no people like that. It's children being unalived in our streets. We gave him a Chinese name. Kimberly gave him a Chinese name. One gone. One gone. Hit the like button. Band-Aid gang. Y'all just seen it. So now we know that there's an entity that they are worshiping. Let's go.
So many others explaining the deep, dark ties with Epstein, but also, does this demon have anything to do with it?
Who is a self-proclaimed possessed by a demon.
What?
Yeah. Whitney has a whole chapter where she goes into this article that was done by a mainstream news source like 10, 20 years ago where they're interviewing Leslie Wexner and asking him about how he came to power and what's his secret. It's called his D-book, D-Y-B-U-K, and you can read about this on Wikipedia as well.
Wow.
He describes in his own words that he's possessed by a D-book, which is like a Yiddish word for a evil demon that drives him for more and more and more and more. This is in his own words.
Is he being hyperbolic? Is he joking around? Like,
no.
Oh, I'm possessed by a demon that just wants more and more. I just want to be successful.
No, I mean, I wasn't in the room, but I assume based upon the wording and how it's put, I assume it's like,
I want to read that.
It's like a billionaire.
So let's be honest, gang. We know these people are possessed by a demon. Now we're going to go back to this clip with the possession, right? Because there's so much information I got to give you. I'm keeping this on the timeline. Most of everything that you guys see here, we will be keeping on the timeline. Therefore, we're tracking over here on the channel. Even if I got to go back. Sometimes I have to go back and keep everybody programmed on the right program. So as we keep this here, so you telling me you think that's Prince Andrew? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that's Prince Andrew. That ain't him. They already put it in him. That ain't Prince Andrew, gang. After all we done seen, you mean to tell me that that's Prince Andrew? That ain't no human. That's something that is possessed. That is not Prince Andrew, gang. That's not him. They took him in and planted him. They hit him with the flux deluxe. I said they gave him the flux, not in turned his ass. They erased his memory. Yeah, they erased his memory. Injected him. That's not Prince Andrew. That's not him. And we already know if he was involved, his family was involved. Yes, that's a possessed Andrew. That is not him, gang. We just showed you the symbol. I want everybody to go after I end this live. I want you to do your research on the plane. The pictures that Jeffrey Epstein, even the one that he had of Bill Clinton in the blue dress, I truly believe that there are maps that took you to gold, that took you to all of his secret places that he stashed money. They were in the pictures. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that maybe some of those pictures that Jeffrey Epstein had maps in the inside of them. I said, damn, we on they ass, gang. I'm not letting up. All gas, no brakes. See, because the bodies is on that ranch. See, the bodies is on the ranch. And we know it, and we know they underground. But see, who house they need to really go check? But they done been down there? It's Gene Hackman. Why Gene Hackman didn't come up in the Epstein files, bruh? And all that stuff he had at his house. In them tunnels. All the stuff that he had in the house. The big trap door. Hit my like button, gang. We ain't playing no double tap my screen. Let's get them likes up. Let's get them likes up. Get me hyped up. Now let's go.
It's in the text. It's directly quoted in the text in One Nation Under Blackmail, actually, which is in that backpack.
One Nation Under Blackmail?
One Nation Under Blackmail by Whitney Webb. Highly recommend, but it's super dense. It's a hard read. I've read it 3 times now, and I still am taking notes and trying to look things up to understand it because she's just so researched. And it's things like this where she's gone back to the original article where they were interviewing him, and he's just like a CEO. So they're just asking him, what's your secret to success? And he's like, I'm possessed by I have a drive for more. And he chose the word dibuk, which is a Yiddish word.
So this is from New York Magazine interview.
That's exactly the source.
He says, and now perhaps it's time to reintroduce Leslie Wexner's D-Book, the demon that always wakes up in the morning with Wexner and tweaks and pulls at him. When he was a boy, his father called it tummel, a churning. So he feels molten and unformed, pricked by these spiritual pins and needles. He met this demon again when he was 40 and already worth $500 million.
Dang.
When he climbed the mountain in front of the house in Vale and almost froze to death and decided to change his life. This demon he calls terminal shvilkis, which makes him wander from house to house, repeating the pattern of his childhood on a luxurious scale, wanting more, swallowing companies larger than his own. It is precisely the reason that Wexner has $1 billion and does.
I want to swallow. He was swallowing a lot more than that, gang. He was doing more swallow. He was swallowing Jeffrey Epstein, allegedly. That's who he was swallowing. Swallowing little children. Did I mention that? I must have left that part out. But look, we rocking shows. So now we go to this. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's get back to the meat and potatoes. So now look what they did. Yeah, we about to do them all type of ways. We about to do them all type of ways up in here, Band-Aid gang. So hey, my timeline is going crazy right now. Ain't nobody got my timeline is stupid right now. Let's go. Let's continue the track. So what we did, let's get them. Hold on. Okay, so here we go, Band-Aid gang. So what we did, I want everybody that's in my chat, if you can, go ahead and screenshot this with your cell phones and that emblem that you see on the plane. Screenshot that and ask your chat GPT what that is, and then you will have information. Go look up a movie called Ritual. The movie that I showed y'all that had the emblems, and it's going to take, you're going to watch that whole movie. Now, it's two different ones. There's a trailer on YouTube. If you type it in, you'll see the one with all the guys. It was also on Netflix. It's called The Ritual. And that movie symbolizes everything that these people are doing. Now, let's continue because this gets deep.
Looked into it. So these are ornamental plants in the nightshade family. You see them in warmer climates, but you can grow them in greenhouses. And they're usually safe, but if you eat them, they could be toxic. One of the compounds in that plant, the reason we're talking about it, is something called scopolamine. Okay?
Scopolamine.
This can have a serious effect on the nervous system and can even cause hallucinations.
It's called scopolamine, can cause hallucination. Let's go.
You know, according to TMZ, scopolamine can cause memory loss. It can interfere with someone's free will. And there's something else about this. Scopolamine reportedly doesn't show up on toxicology reports either. To be a little bit more exact, our understanding is it doesn't show up on standard tests, maybe can be detected in targeted tests, but obviously you can see why this is a concern. And with that in mind, I got to turn to another email. It's dated January 27th, 2015. And this person is forwarding Jeffrey Epstein a Daily Mail article about scopolamine. In fact, it says forward, scopolamine, powerful drug growing in the forests of Colombia that eliminates free will. In the article, I'm going to quote it directly. It says, so again, why was this forwarded to Jeffrey Epstein? Why was this highlighted? The most dangerous drug in the world, devil's breath, chemical from Colombia, can block free will, wipe memory, and even kill. Scopolamine, often blown into faces of victims or added to drinks. Within minutes, victims are like zombies, coherent but with...
So we heard that, right? So it said the victims become like what, gang? Like zombies, like this? So the victim become like this, right? He off that scopolamine. I said, oh shit, they done put Andrew on that scopolamine. Oh Lord have mercy. They gonna be madder than 10 niggas, gang. We got them madder than 10 niggas. Oh, that he came over on my channel and got all this information and they finna run with it. I said they gonna run with my shit. And it's gonna be a motherfucker get way more views than me. And he gonna say he broke the code, but we broke the code over here. I said, damn. They done did me all type of ways over here. If you know who that person is, then shit, we know we right, gangs. What up, Fallout? I see you, Fallout. Fallout said, who is that? I said, damn, if you don't know who it is, then we on the right track. They say it's Prince Andrew, but we know it ain't him. They got him on Estes Follow Me. He on Estes Follow Me. I said, damn, hit the like button, Band-Aid gang. Let's go. We rocking shows. We on their ass. Kick you in your ass.
No free will. Some victims report emptying bank accounts to robbers or helping them pillage own house. Drug is made from borrachero tree, which is common in Colombia. And I want to call out this section too from the article. It says, Dementia Black, a drug dealer in the capital of Bogota, said the drug is frightening for the simplicity in which it can be administered. He told Vice that scopolamine can be blown in the face of a passerby on the street, and within minutes, that person is under the drug's effect. Scopolamine is odorless and tasteless. Quote, you can guide them wherever you want. It's like they're a child. So this arguably shows that Epstein was aware of and maybe even was interested in the effects of this plan. And that brings me to another document.
Watch this, y'all. Watch this.
Because it's one thing for Epstein to be interested in, maybe wanting to grow it, but what about using it and potentially using it for nefarious purposes? And remember, there have been allegations against Epstein that were very similar to what I'm talking about right now. You know, there was a FBI crisis intake memo that was in the files, and it was dated October 8th, 2019. And it says that at 8:40 p.m., Redacted called the FBI National Threat Operations Center.
Pay attention to this, y'all.
Being an Epstein victim, Redacted provided the following information. Redacted was raped by Epstein in 1984 when she was 14 years of age. Redacted stated Epstein.
So she was raped. Raped by Epstein. So now listen what happens that she sees. So allegedly, this person was on that stuff. Follow me. Y'all remember a couple years ago it was happening in Texas, and they was telling you, make sure that you walk up on your car with a paper towel and rub your door down because you could touch your door and you could pass out. They had a drug going around that was knocking people out, and they was taking them and human sex trafficking them. Put a one in the chat if everybody remembered that went on. That went on not too long ago. That was a couple of years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, when they was telling that people was touching car doors, women were touching car doors, and they were just passing out. And that's what seeming like what the cephalamine is. So now we need to know that we need to be a lot careful. He said maybe that's the Veeps jerky that everybody wanted. But yes, gang, watch this video before they take it down. It's a lot of information in this video. Yes, I think we broke the code by going and seeing that symbol. It's always signs and symbols are for the conscious mind. So let's go ahead and continue. Now listen to this. This story is going to tell you something, and I'm going to really explode you guys some shit with some shit. Now watch this.
Drugged her at Redacted in Redacted. Prior to being raped, Redacted came in and out of consciousness and stated Epstein's face was painted like a clown. All right, before we jump into everything, look, it's February. This is the time we're all starting to get into a bit of a winter slump, but nothing rejuvenates like home cooking, right? HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. They deliver with, order just to feel fresh, cook feel. Who doesn't want bacon at the Mediterranean?
Let's get through that.
Home cooking, free meals, your third. Be clear, I couldn't find anything definitive in the documents.
Now listen to this.
He had used this plant, that he had used scopolamine to drug women or girls in any fashion and then sexually assault them. There's nothing blatant that I've seen to suggest that. However, I have to call this out because what we found here is very weird.
Watch this, y'all.
It brings me to this document, February 2022. It is described as a victim impact statement that was sent to the United States Attorney in South Florida, Tony Gonzalez. And it's apparently from a Joseph Manzaro discussing an incident in December 2014.
Now listen to this incident that happened.
If anybody's been following us here on Sidebar for a while now, as I was listening to this and I was reading, I was like, why does that name sound so familiar? And I realized
Kamikaze McMaster.
Joseph Manzaro. We don't know exactly.
I'm gonna read some of your comments.
He is somebody we've talked about before. This person, apparently out of Florida, Joseph Manzaro, filed a lawsuit in Florida federal court. He claimed that he was a victim of sex trafficking and sexual exploitation at the hands of Sean Diddy Combs and others. We talked about him. We covered this, his lawsuit, where through a victim impact statement, it's very similar to what I'm about to go through. It says that it was about 5:30 p.m. on December 26, 2014, when I arrived home. I unlocked my door, and when I turned the handle on my door, I got something all over my hand that resembled Vaseline. I said to myself,
got something all on his hand. Now check it out. Listen to this.
Ew, that's disgusting. I rubbed my fingers together in my hands as I went in to wash my hands to see what the heck this stuff was. The next thing I remember was waking up in the backseat of a car and being driven somewhere. It was Eric Mejias driving and Bonnie Rivera in the passenger seat. I said, hey guys, what's going on? Where are we going? What am I doing here? Why are we driving anywhere? I'm supposed to be at home right now. Then I said, oh, wow, I'm really sleepy. I need to just put my head back a bit. The next thing I remember was waking up again and hearing Bonnie Rivera telling Eric Mejias that I was waking up. He said, he's waking up because what should I do? Eric Mejias then told him not to worry, just give it a minute. He'll fall back asleep again. I gave him a lot of that scopolamine. He must have given me a blot because I'm practically immune to that stuff. As a child, I had to take it quite a bit to go deep sea fishing with my dad on the weekends, which I loved. I just hated being seasick and developed quite a large tolerance to scopolamine. I thought that to myself, though. So this is very confusing because there's no direct mention in this to Jeffrey Epstein. I'm not sure why it's in the files. But how could I not mention it when it's another direct reference to scopolamine? Again, seeming Epstein had some sort of interest in the trumpet plant that had this. So what do we make of it? Not entirely sure, but it's eerie to say the least and something to think about. Now, second part, I want to talk about a diary, what appear to be diary entries. In the files, there appear to be these diary entries from what seemed to be a young girl. And in the passages, there is descriptions of abuse, trauma,
listen to this,
pain. And while we talk so much about Epstein and the money and the alleged co-conspirators, if these allegations are true and what's being described,
Pablo, exactly right.
I just want to read you some samplings from this. And it centers around this person being pregnant and giving birth. These detailed, disturbing, alleged accounts of childbirth with Ghislaine Maxwell being...
Now, I'm gonna give you a prime example of what you're about to hear right now, because this lady is going to explain being basically in and out of consciousness, and this person is going to recognize seeing children, a child being born. So we know that Epstein wanted to populate the world with his offsprings, right? So with that being said, let's all remember, all the presidents are related. Even George Bush is related to who? Barack Obama. Barack Obama, daddy, was an African man, right? So with his daddy being an African man, right? Don't forget that Oprah Winfrey was going over there and had a firm for little children in Africa, African children that say they were being raped, allegedly. So let's do that. Let's put it together. Now, America was giving all the states money for missing children. Did I mention that? Oh, I must have left it out. Just to let you know that I be tracking. And they were getting more money for the children that were never showing up. Each state was getting funded for that, gang. Put a 1 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. So the missing children was a part of, that's why they were, he also, Jeffrey Epstein, had his own adoption agency. So he could track his bloodline because those kids had no paperwork. You were either feeding the children to something, not only feeding the children to something, you were populating the world with your seed. So means that this was happening for centuries with kings. Kings was doing this. Epstein and all of them allegedly are a part of the same thing that they are doing. Hit my like button, gang. I put this shit together like a beast. I did it. I figured it out. All the kings, they were all bloodline. Epstein was probably an offspring of kings. All these presidents are chosen. They knew their bloodline. They knew how to track them. Even some of the celebrities are from a bloodline that they know from their social security number. Each state gonna have a different first number. Sometimes I wonder, like my mother said last night, she said, I was wondering, if you pass away, do they give your social security number to someone else? Most of the people from Chicago, they first number is going to be a 3. Your number will tell you what state that you from. So all of these children that was his offspring, Epstein's offspring, he would have knew how to track them down and always know where his offspring was. He could populate them to be inside of the government. Like everybody thinks that Pam Bundy is probably one of them too. Bloodline. All of these people are a bloodline that probably came from alleged sex trafficking since the beginning of time. So what we have broken is the Rothschild. I believe that Lex Wexner's attorney is the Rothschild. Because he threatened to unalive him if he said something. See, allegedly, Lex Wexner is going to end up unalived. Hit my like button. I do this. I do this. So we have just exposed the Illuminati. So what's going to happen next, C-Dub? So let's see what this lady said happened to her. Because all the presidents are related. So it could have been another king that was putting his offspring, spreading it, and that's when they became president. And Jeffrey Epstein was doing the next thing to keep the elite in power and keep his bloodline in power. But see, the Most High don't play, because we're in the end of times. And only a few are going to be able to recognize. It's going to be some people out here, I don't believe in all of that type of shit. I don't believe in all the type of shit. It's going to be them. But what we have seen going on in the last couple of months with these Epstein files, are you not convinced that anything is possible? All the stories your auntie and them, sister and them done told you since the beginning of time. I said, damn. This why I win over here. This why people come rock with me, because I don't hold nothing back. See, I've been watching them. That's why, one thing for sure, when I go live, goddammit, I'm going to rock a show. I'm going to give you the real shit. I'm going to tell you what other people scared to say. They want to be out here talking about these rappers and shit like that. I'm trying to free my people from going down there with these beasts. I'm trying to free my people and relax my people enough to when they see something in the goddamn sky that you don't get scared. Because you already know what time it is. You already know what time it is. See, as we get closer, your vibration gonna change. See, your vibration is going to change. Some people are able to see things that other people ain't able to see because your vibration is changing. So you're going to be able to see things just like I saw that shit on the side of that plane. And I typed it up and I asked ChatGPT, what does this symbol mean? And I broke that. Watch this video and share it to your people, because they're going to try to take it off the internet. They already trying to sabotage my channel because they know too much. So what we going to do now, we going to keep this clip here. And I'm going to go to another one. See, because I got plenty of information for you. Yeah, I beat you. I see, you motherfuckers try to sabotage my channel. You sent them robots over here and I kicked them in their ass. Now watch this, gang. I do you all type of ways. Now look at this slide that I made for you. We ain't got to live like this, not on my channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell too. Make sure you hit that notification bell too. All my mods know how I rock. So I'm gonna play this right here, because Dope Fiend know he in trouble. He know he in trouble before we go to the next clip. I'm gonna take this one out, Band-Aid Gang. I'm gonna hold this too
Hillary
long.
Clinton. It's because they're trying to distract from the fact that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files thousands and thousands of times. In those files, there's highly disturbing allegations of Donald Trump raping children, of Donald Trump threatening to kill children. So I encourage your press to go look at these allegations. And I'm highly disturbed that Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche just got the law wrong. Yesterday, he said, essentially, that it is not a crime to party with Jeffrey Epstein. Well, that's actually not correct. If Jeffrey Epstein was human trafficking minors for these.
This is what I want my gang to know. This is what I want my gang to know. Man, this Chinese man ain't this Chinese man from China, bruh, he a plant too. I said that. He a plant too. You gotta think outside the box, gang. He is a plant too. What's up, mob boss? He a plant too. I said, damn. Why he a plant, C-Dub? Tell him why he a plant. I said, damn. Diamond, here she come knocking on the door. I said, damn, what's going on, Diamond? I'm rocking a show over here. They left, they came back like dope fiends, and I'm serving them.
I see you over there. You ain't playing no games now. I'm seeing
they was disrespecting my chat. My chat over there was doing people all type of ways. They was kicking people in the ass. I said, damn. They said, C-Dub, we're going to keep them up off of you. We're going to keep them up off of you, C-Dub. I said, okay, good. Keep doing. They was knocking niggas out the box. They was madder than 10 people. I said, damn. So now look, chat. So remember this, Diamond. Let me school you before you school me, because you know you like to school me. Now watch this, Diamond. Tell me about this. Tell me if I'm right, if I'm wrong.
Congressman Ted Lieu just made national headlines issuing this statement, further tying Trump to Epstein.
Let's track this.
So why are Republicans so interested in Bill and Hillary Clinton? It's because they're trying to distract from the fact that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files thousands and thousands of times. In those files, there's highly disturbing allegations of Donald Trump raping children.
Now, pay attention to the signs and symbols, Band-Aid gang. Look at the man to the right, Diamond gang.
Yep. You see how he looking at him like, I know you didn't just say that on the mic. Yes, he
Diamond, you know what he looking like to me?
What
you know what kind of energy, what kind of vibrational vibe he giving to me?
What he giving you?
He's giving me the vibe. The guy to the right is giving me the vibe like, we got them. We beat.
Yeah,
he got this man back 100% because this man right here, Diamond gang.
Yep. He ain't playing no game.
Talking like that if they didn't already have proof. Sometimes they let you tell on yourself.
Exactly. And one thing we have to understand, you guys, is they already have more than enough evidence. Remember, the Epstein estate already turned over a lot of information, you guys, a lot of stuff that hasn't even hit the airwaves of us knowing about yet. So for him to say this, they already got more than enough evidence to prove that the current president is involved in pedophilia. So let's understand that when you prosecute somebody, you don't always let the person know that you're prosecuting know what you have. You let them basically.
You think why they came and got this dope fiend on his birthday? They came and got him. They came and got his
66th birthday. On his 66th birthday.
666, signs and symbols. He was the devil. They came and got him on 66. They needed one more 6. They just come get his ass. Then they stuck that stuff of polyamine in his ass. They stuck it in his ass. Then one of his eyeballs turned to the Terminator. I said, damn,
you know what's really worrying him?
Shit.
He knows. He knows.
The Terminator had that one eye. Then it turned him into the Terminator, gang.
Yeah, he knows that he's so screwed, it's not even funny. You got to look at it. It's been 400 years since somebody in the royal family has been arrested. 400 years. He is the first in 400 years to be arrested.
400. And the last one got his head cut off. The last one, remember the last one that ever got caught, they cut his head off. They executed him, one in England. He lucky they ain't cut his little ding-a-ling off. He lucky they ain't cut his ding-a-ling off.
And this is the prince. This used to be the prince, and this is the problem, right? The king, this is his brother, right? This is the king, the now king. I believe his name is William, King William's brother, right? To me, he said he was not aware that his brother was getting arrested. Of course, they're not going to tell you. You stripped him of his title, so they didn't have to let you know that they were coming to get him from that house. Not only that, they actually did a search. They actually had a warrant to search his property as well. So not only did they arrest him, but they also did a full-on search of his home that he was staying in just now.
Who did him all
So
type of
it's
ways?
more to meet the eye. He's not the only one that's going to go down for
Absolutely.
this. You got to look at it. He's just the beginning. Now,
The
what they're doing
beginning.
overseas is what we should be doing here. But I believe it's a bigger picture than what we think it is going on anyway, because you got to look at it. Elon Musk, his brother Kimball Musk was sleeping with Epstein.
Right.
That alone is a problem, but that could also trigger another investigation here.
Absolutely.
Not to mention the three Alexander brothers. The three Alexander brothers still have an open trial currently right now.
And we
So we have things going on over here, so we can't do as much as overseas, like what they're doing. They're acting really rapidly. They said they have the full-on unredacted files. Iran is saying that they have already hacked enough information to basically expose the current president. So we know that it's only a matter of time before things are going to hit the fan. So I'm going to get my popcorn. Dove, you get your popcorn.
I sure is.
And we going to watch this.
I got mine already. I got my shit. Shit, what you talking about? I already got mine. Extra butter. Yeah, extra butter. Cause boy, I'm gonna slide on their ass. So now this is what they did. This is what they did, Diamond Gang. They try to play with us. I'm gonna show my chat. This is why they fuck with us the long way. Cause we break shit. Yeah, we break shit. We go in your house and find out what your ass done did. I said, damn. What they did. So what they did was, gang.
Are aliens real?
So what they did, Band-Aid Gang, they try to play with us. And what to do then, C-Dub? I tracked them down again. I did it again. I beat them again. We beat you, Band-Aid Gang. So what they did was, so let me tell you what had done happened. No. Always remember Obama is related to these motherfuckers too. Yeah, did I mention that? Oh, I must have left that part out, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But anyway, anywho.
Did you hear me? Can you hear me, Dove?
I hear you now, gang. What's going on? Hey, what up, All
Because I dropped because I couldn't hear myself. I couldn't hear you, so.
All right, so check it out, gang. Look at this. So what they did, they disrespected. So now they already messed up really bad. This whole goddamn government has messed up really bad, right? And it's not just the government. It's the whole Illuminati, the Rothschild, they messed up, right? So what do they do next, Band-Aid Gang? What would you do next to just say, fuck it? What you do is you throw a hologram up. Either you throw a hologram up or the real thing coming up, Band-Aid, right? A hologram or the real thing. So now they send the dope fiend, goddamn it, Barack Obama dope fiend ass down there. And they send Donald Trump dope fiend ass down there, right? Because they got to make a big distraction because they back is against the wall, Band-Aid Gang. So what had done happened then, Diamond Gang? Let's see.
Real. Are aliens real?
He asked him, was aliens real? Band-Aid, how many times have they asked these presidents that shit in the past and they would never say nothing? I said, damn. See, Dub, that's why I like coming to you and Diamond Channel because y'all be telling the truth. I don't know how you found out that these people out there in the woods sacrificing them little children. And I don't even know why you found that thing on the side of the plane. But I like coming back over to your channel because, to be honest with you, I think that you just did something. I think you and Diamond need to watch y'all back. And Mike Mitch said it's called Project Bluebeam. Get your ass out. Get in here.
What?
I don't know, but I just keep going over there to that channel because them people, they need to be, they really gonna get good because I think that boy over there, C-Dub, broke the channel because everything him and Diamond said, it happened like 2 days after they had done said it. So did. We run YouTube. And the people in my chat, they run YouTube too. Because it's the only people that be up in the chat talking is my intelligent brothers and sisters that know, and they vibrating on a different frequency. See, the people in my chat vibrate on a different frequency. I don't care if it's 10 people up in here. We'll have 10 people in here and have the internet madder than 1,000 motherfuckers. Because that's what we do. Hey, Mill Liz.
Hey, he said Project Bluebeam. What he
That's
say?
what it's called, Project Bluebeam.
I'm crying. I'm crying.
What you talking, Diamond? He ain't lying. It's called Project Bluebeam.
I just am laughing.
Project Bluebeam is like basically a hologram. It look real in the sky, but it ain't real. It's called Project Bluebeam. Like they'll be able to see what they finna do, gang, because they back is against the wall. Hit my like button. They back is up against the wall. They know they got tunnels. They know we done found out that they feeding the goddamn aliens bodies. They know we know what's going on. And they know they run the whole thing. So, and they've been deceiving us since the beginning of time. It's going to be hard for them to reconstruct. So how do you beat that? You go ahead and create something like they finna do right now. I said, damn. Now listen to this.
Real. Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them. And
So now he done told us. Now don't nobody come around on my channel talking about this. They don't believe what I'm telling you. When this motherfucker just told you, now he just said that the aliens is real. So now we know that they are feeding something exactly like I said, underground. And they feed them to the aliens. Because our blood, they like the adrenochrome. See, with the adrenochrome, you got to scare a child. See, when you, to get the right adrenochrome, you got to scare them. And that's when you take the blood, when they are in fear. You see Epstein running them kids around the table, scaring the kids. Whoa! Getting that adrenochrome pumped up so they can, goddamn it, take it and rub it on their face so they can stay looking young. Hit my like button. I know these demons out here. I know it. I know they out here. I'm adapt. I adapt. I've been in the trenches. This ain't nothing new to me. I'm ready for war. I'm ready to die for what's right. Yeah, I'm ready to die for what's right. Death ain't nothing but a new adventure. See, you gotta get in here and start thinking that death is a new adventure. If you don't be out here thinking that death is a new adventure, boy, your ass gonna live in eternal darkness. See, you don't want, you ain't ready to go that way. You don't want to, I want to just sit right here and just live this life. Not me. Yeah, nah. I ain't going where you going, boy. As soon as I leave, boy, I'm flying high. Boy, I'm finna elevate. What about you? Death ain't nothing but a new adventure. Dope fiend. I just want to live for this time right here. Nah, I ain't living, man, boy, time never was when man was not. I don't believe in time. That's why I don't wear no watch now. Why you ain't got no watch on? I don't wear that shit. Fuck you talking about. Hit my like button again. Hit my like button again, because they trying to hurry up and watch this video before they take it down. Now the dope fiend right here, dope fiend Obama. Now I thought he was a Democrat. Nah, I ain't with none of that Democrat, Republican, red and blue shit. They gang banging in the office now. They red and blue, cripping blood. Why the white, red, white, and blue? The white people stay in the back while the red and blue kill each other. I said, damn. Hit my like button, dope fiends. Now look at this.
And they're not being kept in.
So that means that they have them. They have them. He said, yeah, they exist. They have them, but they ain't in Area 51. They down there at Epstein house at the Zorro Ranch, and over there on goddamn what's his name, Gene Hackman house, and over there at Tom Ford house, because Tom Ford tunnels is connecting to what? Zorro Ranch. Hit my like button.
Area 51. Area 51. There's no underground facility unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the president of the United States.
What was the first question you wanted answered when you became president?
Where are the aliens?
Crazy question.
Information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know? So aliens are real? Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to.
So if he gave classified information, they all scared. Donald Trump telling too. Andrew telling. Goddamn it, Lex finna tell. Donald Trump just said if Obama giving up classified information, that means that it's information of aliens out there. And just like Phil Snyder said, they are feeding them to the aliens. That's
right. And my thing is, it's not classified information that he said. All he did was say, yeah, they do exist. Do I know about it? No, I do not. And if it is existing, they didn't tell the president on purpose, so I don't know. It's that classified that the president won't even know that information. Well, this current president, ain't no telling if he could host himself to be able to know more information because of who he know, and he can't keep a secret, period, anyway. He's like, oh, well, if this exists, let me know. Regardless of it was supposed to be classified or not, you clearly see he don't care about it being classified. He basically goes.
Right now, Diamond, I'm loving your energy. What you did?
It doesn't matter to him if it's classified or not. He wants to know about it. Outside of Obama, probably didn't even want to know that shit. I will be honest. Obama probably like if they exist, I don't want to know. Why? Because the less he knows, the better it is for him. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Diamond, let me ask you a question. Diamond.
Yeah.
Are you on that adrenochrome?
No. But I'm explaining to you that a lot of people that are in high positions, if they have the ability to know information that's classified, right? And they know, even if he does, let's say Obama knows that where they are, that they exist. But you heard him say that if they do know, it is, if it does exist, he said if it does exist, they purposely did not tell the president. Okay?
What you want?
He's not under oath. He ain't got to tell the truth if he don't want to.
Diamond, can I ask you a question?
In that interview, Obama didn't have to tell the damn truth. He told what he wanted to hear.
Hit the like button. Hold on, Diamond. You got me on my back right now because I keep trying to talk and you just get hyper and hyper. You on that shit. Diamond, what you got on?
You know, I don't drink or smoke, so that is not, I know nothing but natural high. Okay?
That's that coffee. You did say you went to that store to get that goddamn. You need to stay off that goddamn caffeine.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm outside, okay? I'm outside. And you know, you need caffeine at a certain age. You need caffeine.
Yep. Let me ask you a question. After you just seen Obama do this, right, and say that, and goddamn it, Donald Trump say this. So, do you believe in the alien race?
I do. I believe that they're here, and I don't think they're harmful to us. Well, there's some that probably are, but there's some that probably isn't. I believe that there are some that has helped us with intelligence. I do believe that.
Okay, I believe it. Hey, little boy, I'm gonna get little boy up out of here. This is my channel. We yell over here. We get up. Nah, leave him in there. Boy, you better make sure you type the next time you type, you say the right thing, or you lost a good friend. I yell over here if I want to. This is my channel. Go start your own live. We over here dropping gems. Try to come over here and tell me about my channel. Hell you talking about? Now, leave him there.
Look, I believe
kick him in the
this.
ass yet, gang. Don't
Look,
kick him
right,
in the ass.
but listen, Dove. I believe Obama. He knows that they exist. He just admitted it. He didn't even have to mention that. Why he mentioned it? Because look, this man that's in the White House right now, he probably gonna spill the beans anyway. You look at the man wants to get clarification from the public that people will like him for something, for some reason. Why you think he's trying to put his name on every goddamn thing? He is a narcissist. So if he knows that eventually this man's going to tell it anyway, why not tell you that they do exist? He didn't say they didn't exist. He said they're not where you think they are. But hey, if they do exist, I don't know about it. Now, mind you, like I said, Obama was not under oath. He didn't have to tell that man the damn truth anyway. He told him what he needed to hear. He probably told him partial truth, partial lie. Now, who's going to punish him for it? Nobody. He didn't tell nobody exactly where they were.
Loving your energy right now. Loving how you vibrating right now. Let's go.
He made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it. You believe it, Peter?
Well, the president can declassify anything that he wants to. So if you want to make an announcement,
I may get him out of trouble by declassifying.
So, kidnapping children is not what great nations do. Hatred of immigrants, contempt for the truth, greed, and the abuse of power. There is a sinister deep state diabolically plotting to what? We in America are misinformed.
What did we tell y'all? We said there was a sinister, and we showed y'all that. The signs and symbols. We showed you the house. We showed you everything. And we're going to close out showing the same thing, because sometimes you got to go in reverse, because there's a lot of devil worshipers out of here, and they only understand when you go in reverse. So
right, and you got to look at it, too. Jim Carrey probably is heavily involved in this. Why do you think that he's so openly talking about it? A person that knows that there's a secret society, right? And he knows that it's supposed to be secret, right? If you are ahead of something, or if you're the leader of something, you can go out and speak about it, but people ain't gonna believe nothing coming out your mouth. Why? Because this man is a comedian. Comedians. They make up stuff, they talk about stuff all the time. But people don't take him seriously all the time, which they should, because 9 times out of 10, he's heavily involved in it. And he like, well, even if I do tell the truth, nobody gonna believe me. Watch this. And you see him openly talking about it, openly speaking up about it, because nobody's gonna do anything to him because he's already tied into it too tough. He might be one of the head leaders of this thing. You never know. Jim Carrey is a very popular actor. Everybody knows Jim Carrey is very famous, very powerful. He has a lot of money. He is wrapped in the top of the top 10 best actors there is. If there is any sinister things going on, he would know. But at the same time, you can't say he's not involved in it. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Let's go.
Have warped our idea of what a hero is, or what the truth is.
You know they eat babies. That is not bullshit. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full-on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh, and they drink human blood.
Now, hurry up and watch this, gang. We about to do them all type of ways. Now, VB 2041. I don't know if you from the future and you done brought your ass over here on my channel. I don't know if you from the future or if you came over here on my channel, because I'm paying attention to what you got going on. You and this Chris Barber, whatever your name is, get them up out of here, gang. Knock their draws off. Don't knock VB draws off. Knock Chris Bridges off. Knock his draws off. I'm at home. This is my channel. Knock his draws off. Any mods up in here? Nurse 59, go ahead, go and put him in the hospital. Yeah, get him up out of here. Operation 19, get him up out of here. Yep, Chris Bridges, don't come back over here either, bro. Because you ain't got no open mind. Do your own research. Don't come over here with that Slim Shady shit. This ain't the Eminem channel. Don't come over here. My name ain't Eminem, bro. Get up out of here. Get your Slim Shady ass up out of here. Let me get him up out of here. Got him. Knock his drawers off. Get Joe up out of here too. Get him up out of here. If you ain't conscious, you ain't allowed over here. If you ain't conscious and you ain't woke, don't come back to my channel. Go tell a friend. Go watch it through Facebook. I said, damn. Go on Facebook and watch me, because you can't come on YouTube no more. Not on my channel. You can go over somebody else's channel and watch YouTube, but you can't come over here no more. Kick you in your ass. So now, gang, let's do it.
They do tell by the time we go into vote for Trump that he will open up everybody's eyes and they will stop pretending to be asleep.
We saw with our own eyes what they do. We saw what they do. I mean, I went to the last Hollywood party I went to. I won't mention the person's name, but everyone was there. It was A+, whatever the hell, all the movie stars. And in comes a big movie star, and with him, his date, who was a 12-year-old boy.
A 12-year-old boy.
Okay, everybody was in their corners going.
Because most of those people were members. So that's another initiation tactic, if you ask me. We want you to come in with a 12-year-old boy, film it, and always have control of that person. So they make them do these type of initiations so they make sure that they don't tell on them in the long run. So they all laughing like, oop, he going through initiation, y'all. They taking pictures of him. He came through here. They taking pictures of him. See, that's what they do to lock your ass in. Do you know in the Skull and Bones, they make them for initiation sit inside of a grave and urinate on them? I said, damn. Mitch, you're right. It's a Diddy move. It's a Diddy move. Initiation. What have we learned here today, gang? A lot. We have learned so much. We have learned now to pay attention to these symbols that you're going to start seeing. Just like some of y'all go back, look at some of my videos. When you looked and seen the symbols that was in Gene Hackman's house. So now we got to go back and look at some of these symbols. So now what I'm going to do, Band-Aid Gang, is I'm going to go back, look at some symbols, and see what my shit going to tell me that symbol is. So we can keep tracking, because what we're going to do, they trying to keep us off the Zorro Ranch. They've been able to do it for only so long. But they're going to find bodies on the Zorro Ranch. We know there's bodies there. We know on the Zorro Ranch that they were probably hunting people, because the terrain changes the further you go up there. The terrain changes into woods, just like we seen in the movie Ritual, like the stuff we just showed. We don't know what these children, they're using their blood. They're using their adrenochrome. So that's what we have exposed, let alone the Illuminati. The government was the Illuminati. They say it was the rap industry. But as we're seeing, this was some pimp shit going on. They was pimping for real. You can't say nothing about Minister Don Juan and no pimping Ken. They was worse than pimping Ken and Minister Don Juan. The Mac and all of that. These niggas were pimping. Our government was pimping, eh? Sex sells. Sex, fame, money, and gold. So they had us thinking God was God. God, gold, oil, and diamonds. That's what they God is. G-O-D. Gold, oil, and diamonds. So they be having us use this word God instead of Yahshua. Jehovah. They made us call him God. Because as a man unfolds, his truth will unfold. So as a man talks and explains, he's going to show you who his God is. So God is gold, oil, and diamonds. Because that's what they worship. Gold, oil, and diamonds. Hit my like button.
And I went, Lord, help me find my keys and get to my car. I had been drinking, like always. But I go, Lord, help me get my keys and get to my car and get the holy hell out of here and make it home safely.
You know, I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
Right.
And nobody was really bothering to explain it to me.
They don't.
And
see, I want to say this as I calm down a little bit. You could tell what he went through a lot of making the movie Passion with Christ. It mentally destroyed this man. And you can tell by the expression in his face from what he's seen in Hollywood and what Hollywood, if you go look at his story, he been telling us about this shit. He's the worstest one. He has the most craziest story because he was one of the beginning actors. He was in Mad Max. You know what I'm saying? He's seen it all. And when you look at him, and he made the Passion of Christ and made his budget, he made so much money, and he used most of all of his money to film that movie, and he got a lot of backlash from it, and he still came up, and that is one of the reasons that he filmed the Passion of Christ. He was even using the proper names. See, he knows. He exposed the industry, but when he tells this story, it almost looked like he's about to cry. Pay attention, y'all, because it psychologically messed him up. So look, listen how he says it.
A bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
Right.
And nobody was really bothering to explain it to me.
They don't.
And and I formed a bunch of opinions about the town and about the people in it that were like, surely that couldn't be.
The things that he was hearing were so crazy, and the things that he was seeing were so crazy that he could not even fathom it. He's sharing this information with us years ago, and we just looked at him and said, this guy's nuts. We never actually looked into what went down. Let's continue.
Because a whole place can't be like, Weird Town, where the stranger wanders in and all the people are in the bar and they all shut up when he looks at them and they tell you don't go into the house on the hill. And it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go away and you think, no, I was wrong. I mean, that's insane thinking. I'm paranoid. I imagined that stuff. That couldn't be the reason for why so-and-so was acting like. Could it?
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out later on the track that you are exactly on track with a lot of this stuff. Not specifically on track, but that you could, that some of your worst nightmares.
See what I'm saying, gang? It's a must. So now we've already tracked. So when we go back, let's hit him right here. This man's story will always be remembered. And may he rest in heaven. Because this man brought everything to us years before anybody.
However, we don't have a whole heap of time left. Technological governments on this planet are raping the planet. We're going to run out of everything that we need. They're going to pollute everything in sight in the better part of 20 years. Now, I know you've heard some poppycock stories. Oh, we're going to run out of coal. We're going to run out of gasoline. We're going to run out of this, that, and the other. And 25 and 30 years ago, you heard all this hogwash. Well, don't believe it. Basically, anything you read in a paper, you should take with a grain of salt. Start reading on what is missing out of the article. Ask yourself, what's missing in this article that I should know? Maybe that's the truth. Fill in the blank spots, so to speak. White copy is only one leg of the triangle. There are two other legs, two other pieces of the puzzle. What we have to do as a group of people, concerned people at that, and this group seems to be quite that, is we have to assert ourselves in a way that we've never thought possible. Now, I'm not asking you to do what I'm doing. I'm telling you, what I'm doing is very important. Every one of you is equally important. You wouldn't be in this room otherwise. You know, all these other people out here that didn't come to the lecture, they really don't want to hear it. Yesterday I heard a fellow who says, I'm sorry to say I belong to this military organization, that militant organization.
As we pay attention to his fingers and see that his fingers were shot off by aliens. And the people that he is talking to are elite people. Can't nobody really go to what this meeting that he's having with this group of people. They're elite. So now listen, hit the like button. They assassinated this man for coming out.
I don't believe in the alien question. There's no proof of it. And so I show him an artifact, and he says, well, that's nice, but that could be lead. Well, I happen to know this isn't lead. It scratches diamond, and it's harder than that. Here's a sapphire that I found. When we blew a mountain apart, all these sapphires fell out. And sapphire has a hardness of 9 right next to the hardness of a diamond. This thing scratches the heck out of it. Just tear it apart. I'll tell you something. This technology is fine and dandy. At the risk of the human race, at the risk of one human life, it is totally worthless. We have to. The one beautiful thing about the United States of America is we value a human person's life. The minute we lose it, we are dead meat.
Look at his fingers.
It is tantamount that we get back to constitutional law, and for our officials not to believe in it or obey it. First of all, for a politician to say, well, I believe in the U.S. Constitution, but I believe in gun control. You can't be a master of two houses. It don't work. What you must do is tell that politician you are disobeying the Constitution of the United States that you're sworn to uphold, and you are in treason territory. Think about what you have said. You have 30 days to make that apology. If you do not make that apology, you are a treasonous individual and should be prosecuted. Now, there's a few other things I want to run by you, and they're kind of in rapid fire order. Area 51 is only one base, one of the 131 bases. Of these 131 bases, I call Area 51 a mega base. It's got more than one base in it. It's Tonopah Test Range, Area 51, S2, S4, Groom Lake, and a host of others. Now, these mega bases are gobbling up our gross national product. Right now, we're spending 28% of the gross national product on building underground bases solely. That doesn't count for the defense budget. That doesn't count for the spare parts budget. Doesn't count for any of that at all. And the black budget is dead wrong. It sidesteps the United States Congress and its Constitution of its people and says you're a bunch of morons you don't need to know. Well, a need-to-know basis is an executive order written during the Eisenhower era, right after the created 1954 treaty, and is treasonous and illegal in this country and should be overturned and abolished. You know, I believe in military preparedness. I believe in military secrecy to some extent. There's always going to be spies out there, and there are always going to be people that want your hunk of territory, your house, or your ground, maybe even a country like that. Most of us remember what this crazy person in Russia, Zhirinovsky, had to say. We want Alaska back. Well, baby, you're not going to get Alaska back without a horrendous fight. Alaska is my land. I was born here in these United States. I have risked my life and limb for these United States, and I love my United States more than my life. And I will defend these United States against all foreign powers, foreign and domestic.
Tell him, Phil. Now tell him what happened, Phil Schneider.
Now, every one of you in this room have probably, to some extent, minor or major, done just that. And that is what this country needs. Patriots you are, patriot constitution builder. All this alien thing is fine, except for now. All this alien thing is fine, except for one thing. Alien takeover is a serious threat.
Now listen, y'all.
Kept totally out of the public view, off the surface. I'm sure the underground bases, without question, are being used as a place to house alien takeover. Alien takeover means the implementation of a one world government. Direct opposite of constitutional law. Direct opposite of freedom of choice.
Now, Diamond Gang, we just heard Obama. Now, everybody, Obama admit that there were aliens. We heard that. Now, we saw the symbolism, right? We heard about demons, right, gang? We saw the symbolism. We heard about demons. We broke the code. But this is going to open up the code even more.
Freedom of religion, other freedoms that go with it. Right to bear arms. We are the militia of the United States. Every single person who believes in the Constitution of these United States and its Bill of Rights is a militia member. Are we going to tolerate what we've heard from Ruby Ridge? Are we going to tolerate what we've heard from Waco? Are we going to tolerate that a fertilizer bomb blew 6 sub-basement floors? And I'm telling you something about sub-basement floors of a World Trade Center. They're 29 feet thick each with 7 kinds of rebar reinforcement. The only weapon capable of doing such destruction and melting the concrete and extruding the rebar and the I-beam steel up to 6 feet in length longer than it originally was and melting the ends of it is a nuclear weapon. Now, the people they have in custody as fall guys may have been able to produce weapons and bombs and kill rabbis in New York, but I hate to tell you this, they did not have anything to do whatsoever with the World Trade Center bombing. The only thing used was a construction nuclear weapon. It was housed at Mather Air Force Base, the only place such things are kept. Incidentally, about Mather Air Force Base in Oklahoma City, Mather Air Force Base trucks were seen 2 weeks before the Alfred P. Murrah building got blown to pieces.
I said, damn.
Strange. I don't believe in coincidences. They're non sequitur. They cannot be proven mathematically, et cetera, so they don't exist. However, Oklahoma City bombing, a fertilizer, and a and a fuel oil bomb. Give me a break, folks. You can blow that one by my ears, but I'm not a dummy, and neither are you. Neither is anybody in this room. We've been lied to, and the lies have got to stop, and they must stop immediately. If our public officials cannot tell us the truth, then they cease to be public officials, and they are automatically guilty of treasonous acts and should be tried and convicted, and if necessary, in jail, whether it be house arrest or otherwise, before they can do any more damage.
Watch this, y'all.
Janet Reno has confirmed so. Janet Reno cheated her way through law school. It's not spotless. Women that could have done an exemplar, a murderer of our children, and should not be tolerated to live. Children, those that abuse children, those that sexually abused children should not suffer to live. The CS gas that was poured in onto the Waco complex of Mr. Koresh. CS, by the way, stands for cesium. Cesium is an atomic element. It's an isotope. It's a radioactive compound. It is deadly to people under the age of 10. Take one breath and their lungs are singed and they die in 72 hours or less. They poured that gas continuously for 48 hours on that compound. No, I don't believe in a lot of things. I don't believe anybody is that wicked that you have to kill them 100-fold over after they're dead. But this is the mentality of the people now ruling as kings and queens over us, and it must stop. If we allow another election to go by with the same ilk in the White House, we have only ourselves to blame. Now, this room isn't going to change the outcome of an election. I don't believe there's going to be another election. I believe martial law is going to hit this country before that happens. The way things are going. Because we refuse to stand up. We refuse to literally get out and risk our lives in talking. Now,
so here. Now watch this, gang. Now we know he's going to go into talking about how the aliens eat. They don't eat our bones and all that. They use our blood. Our adrenochrome is what they've been using to feed the aliens. So we heard Obama, Trump explain that they exist now. So which they're going to do the Project Bluebeam. Either it's going to be the Project Bluebeam or it's going to be real. They need a big distraction right now, Band-Aid gang. Everybody in my chat and anybody that's watching 32 in here, be ready for the big distraction. Because these guys are too old. They don't want to go to jail. They run the country. They run the world. So it's going to be a big catastrophe that is up to come. That's why it might take me a day or two, but I'm back in my rotation. I'm going live tomorrow. But I'm also just going to make sure I stay on Zorro Ranch and I keep you guys informed with these signs and symbols that we are seeing.
Right, and I agree. And let's let the audience also know that Trump always been jealous of Obama and his ability to be able to maneuver and how intelligent
Obama's just as guilty, though.
I don't think so. That's how many of you disagree
so many
with.
People's lives.
We are going to disagree on that because I believe that even if he did know that there's aliens, he's never going to tell us the truth on where the aliens are or what's going on with the aliens. He just said they exist. That's something that everybody already figured out anyway. He didn't say anything no differently than any other president probably would have said. But I'm saying, we're going to disagree on that. I don't think Obama's the problem. I think Trump is the problem. And the other people behind him. Now, will I say that he is affiliated with everything because of some effect they're all related? Yes. But do I think he was stupid enough to do the same exact things they're doing? No. Just saying.
I definitely respect your opinion. I mean, you wouldn't be up on here if I didn't respect your opinion, because not
Right. So
everybody's
you
gonna agree.
think that he's sinister like they are? I don't think that. I believe that he could have been, but I believe he knows a lot, just like a lot of people know a lot, just like Jay-Z knows a lot, seen a lot, but they ain't gonna tell everything they seen and know. You know,
absolutely.
The difference is when you look at what's going on right now, he's not implicated in that. But the one thing that Trump wants to be is Obama. He wanted, ever since Obama made that joke about him and embarrassed his ass on that stage, he has been trying his hardest to outdo Obama. But he can't, because Obama's very, very precise on what he does. He's very intelligent. It's the opposite of what he does, with the being a crook, being a con man, trying to get over on people. It's the opposite. This man sits and reads books on a regular basis. It's two different type of people. So what Obama knows and what he let us know, which he's no longer the president, he knows there's certain things he still cannot talk about, but he did allow us to know that they do exist. I'm okay with that, as long as they don't cause chaos here. That's all I care about.
Hey, y'all, she muted up like she dropped the mic or something. Hey, I ain't mad at you, gang. Diamond Gang full effect.
Hey, look. One thing for sure, Dove has his he's the way he is and I'm the way I am. Okay? And we definitely look at things in a different lens. I do think that things are gonna get chaotic. It's already getting chaotic. But right now the Supreme Court just reversed the tariffs that he just did. So that's a whole nother ball game, you guys, that we don't have to talk about now. Look it up. We are looking forward to a refund, you guys. That might be coming up soon, sometime this year.
Yeah, let the people know about that situation real quick, so you can,
Yeah. So the Supreme Court voted 6-3, and you already know who opposed it, but 6-3 that he was not supposed to go around Congress to raise tariffs. So he has to refund each state money, not including businesses that are already suing him for the tariffs. He has to refund everybody their money. So he doesn't want to do that, obviously, because he's going to spend our money on unnecessary things. But guess what? That's the problem when you don't do things by the book and you don't have people that are professional and know what they're supposed to do when it comes to tariffs. Now, if you have an expert in tariffs, that's one thing. He just went off on a limb and said, oh, well, I'm going to make the other countries pay us money. That's not how it works. Everybody knows tariffs, the American people pays that. Why do you think he now owes us money? Everybody in Illinois, to be exact, I'm going to talk about Illinois now. Illinois, Pritzker, the governor Pritzker actually wrote him a letter and said, you have to pay $1,700 to each resident of Illinois in a refund. That's just one state, y'all. So imagine whatever state you're in, if your governor advocates for you on getting a refund, that'll be added on to whatever else you're getting for the beginning of the year. And it was unnecessary, but hey, it's an IOU, okay?
Diamond, can I read a comment?
Go ahead.
Damon said, y'all grilling tonight. Yeah, we cooking. He said we cooking. Thank you. I'm gonna read comment. Anybody at this point in time, we're gonna read a couple of comments. I'm gonna leave the symbol up here for everybody to screenshot. Ask your chat GPT about this symbol. The name is there. As you see it, it's spelled ALGIZ are you in? Do your own research. All the Band-Aid gang, do your research. Pay attention to a lot of the symbols. We want you to do your research on this, but we know what it's symbolizing, and it's symbolizing feeding a beast. We know that Les Wexner say he was possessed by some type of spiritual, satanic, whatever demon that he was possessed by. So now we know these people are sinisters. Now we know these people are coming from a whole different place than regular people in our country are.
And Dove, you gotta look at it. His own lawyer. This how you know it's all sinister. His own lawyer threatened him in front of Congress.
Threatened him.
Mind you, that should be a charge.
Was from the Rothschild.
I believe that he was directly sent to represent him because they knew he could possibly talk too much.
Right, and he's on the
Rothschilds, which the Rothschilds have been doing stuff secretly for a long time. But this man clearly does not care anymore because he's in his 80s.
Do you want me to do a reaction off of his? Do you want me to do a reaction off of his interview, because it's a lot of intel that I didn't cover? I could have busted out.
Yeah. I think that'd be something.
Reaction. I can really. I
think people would love to see. I think people would love to hear your intel on his interview, because it is important to understand that, because when people get older, when they get old, they stop caring anymore about what people think about them. Now, one thing I do think he should have admitted to is that him and Epstein were actually lovers. He should have admitted that. He did not, which, he lied under oath.
So let the people know, if I can ask you, what really makes you feel? Now, I'm going to key in on that along with more intel, because I'm off tomorrow. So I will be doing my homework for the game. And I will be live tomorrow. So I'm not going to leave y'all waiting an extra day. I got 2 days off. So we're going to keep stuff coming. Y'all can hit that super chat if y'all want, gang. Just support the channel, man. We keeping it here. We did good. We just got monetized. And YouTube just told me and Diamond the gang that, okay, we met all our goals that we were supposed to meet to continue to going where we're at right now. So we're thankful for that. So again, let me say this. To read here, it says, let me get into the read. Like I say, pay attention to the sign, take a picture of it. It said, you're not getting a refund. Let me go up a little bit, but Blossom said, and if anybody want to ask any questions, please feel free to ask. But I do want to, this is what I wanted to say, Diamond. I've been going every day. What makes you feel, do you really feel that he was in relations with Jeffrey Epstein?
Yes, because of the emails. The emails told it. Not only that, Jeffrey Epstein was messing with a lot of men. Okay, now let's be honest. Kimball Musk, Elon Musk's brother, they were talking about. He literally said in an email that, hey, I don't want a relationship right now, but we could continue still dating each other. I know you have feelings for me. Like that type of emails insinuate it's not just a friendship. It is more than that. And he has multiple emails out with different men and conversing through emails, talking in a relationship type way, romantically. So you think a man is gonna invest? Let me ask you this stuff. Do you think a man is gonna give you a $40 million home, give you make you the executive person over his assets, to make you the power of attorney over them, if they're not in a relationship with you? What man does that? Do you think a man is? Do you honestly ask yourself? Do you think anybody is just going to willingly give you millions of dollars for nothing? You clearly did something for something, right?
Thank you, Nurse 59. Nurse 59, stop it. Let these other folks get it in.
Wait. Thank you, this is the thing. This man, Lex Wexner, gave this man power of attorney over everything. Why you think he was using? He was the executive. I mean, he was over working for the Limited that was owned by Lex Wexner. He was advocating, quote unquote, over his finances. The man literally swindled his way through Lex Wexner. I believe that Lex, back in the day, was very sinister. Now that he's older, maybe not so much, but he's still very sinister. And I believe that them two was very much actively dealing with each other. So
And he was
if
shaking in
you
his
have
boots during that interview. That boy was shaking in
right,
his boots.
he was, and let's be honest. If you guys want to look at the emails, there's Jmail. It literally, you can look and see all the emails that's related to Lex Wexner and Jeffrey Epstein. You can read it yourself. You could tell that them two were definitely not just friends. Okay.
Did you are you still able to break the Epstein files to get the redactions off?
Yes, in certain places,
Okay, let
certain
people know
things.
about that. Let people know about that.
Okay, so if you go on to the DOJ website and you put in the search bar for the Epstein files, right? There's the first search bar. Don't click into that one. Scroll all the way to the bottom to the second bar to the search. You put in no produced images in the bar. Click it, it will show no produced images, and you would go into the URL, you would copy and paste it, and the last three letters, you would take the PDF off, and then you would put in MP4, and you will see that videos will pop up, images will pop up. It will definitely show you what they don't want you to see. That's people have cracked the code. If MP4 does not work, you can use MOV. MOV is another one.
Yeah, movie.
Yeah, so you can watch a lot of things that there's still redacted videos, but they're videos that they made where you can't see them unless you know how to get to them. I don't know why the DOJ is weird. Obviously, you know that they had 3 million more files that they don't even want us to even know about. So we already know what's going on with this situation. You know, it's just getting worse with
So
the DOJ not wanting to let us know the information we need to know about the Epstein files. You guys know it's secrets. It's out
somebody
there.
in the comment section said, you cannot get a position of power without doing something terrible, so they can control you with blackmail. It's all of them. That's correct. And then you got someone right here in the chat says you're not getting a refund, and there are already new tariffs.
All right. If you say so, because by March, I think we're going to take back the House. So the Democrats are going to take back the House. So you're saying what we ain't going to get. I'm going to tell you, when Congress turns blue, you can't say what's going to get reversed and we going to receive. Right
Mitch said
now, we have.
Mitch says the tariffs are 15% across the board now, Diamond.
Yeah, well, that's what he say. Right now, he's doing a lot of illegal things. He's trying to find loopholes, and he just don't know how tariffs work. He's literally going off of what he believes and not what he should actually be doing. That's the reason why I said this man is not intelligent. His enablers are the reason why he is the way he is. If you have all these enablers around you doing things and telling you what to do, like Stephen Miller, you know, that's sitting here just telling you that, hey, this is how you should do this. This is what you should do. He don't know what he's doing. He's going off of what other people are telling him. So guess what's happening? He's crashing and burning right now because literally he thought what he was told was going to work. Now he's listening to other birdies in his ear saying, hey, let's. Hold on. Can you hear me?
You see that comment of Blossom over there on the right hand
Doug,
side?
can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? Well, she knocked off, you guys. I don't know what happened to Diamond. Y'all know how Diamond Gang is, man. She's on top of her politics. I love Diamond. She keeps it coming. Y'all, we had a wonderful one tonight. Nurse 59, thank you for the super chat. Thank you guys for coming in, sticking with us. The people that we had. A lot of people, if y'all missed this one, if you come in, excuse me, y'all. Hope the replay gang come back strong and come check this video out. I advise everybody share this. Even, I think I'm probably going to trim this video and get the first part of this video out just so we can get the information out. This symbol says a whole lot, gang. This symbol says a whole lot. So I recommend the people screenshot this with your phone.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. My food went
Yeah,
down.
I had got a phone call, so you know how the kid is. Anyway.
So I recommend people, Diamond, to screenshot this symbol. What do you think about this symbol being revealed and what we did today?
I think that it's something that people probably was not even paying attention to that we caught. And I believe that people really need to start paying attention more and more to what they are being told. And what they're not being told, what they're not being told. Because that image was in the background in plain sight, but people weren't even paying attention to it. So now everybody knows. So you guys stay tuned. Make sure that you guys stay in tune to what's really going on out here. We are giving you guys, we're giving you guys the gems.
Thank you, Diamond. Well, it's another Band-Aid Gang mission. We came, we seek and destroy. We came, and we conquered. And we exposed. We want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Thank you guys for sharing your comments, sharing your thoughts. Please leave some comments in the comment section. We do watch the read our comment section. So whatever you want us to talk about, leave it in the comment section. Whatever you want us to talk about and get more into, we definitely want to engage with our people that watch the channel. So therefore, being engaged, please leave it in the comment section on what you would like us to talk about so we can meet that and keep people coming in. But we loved you guys tonight. We didn't really have that many trolls coming in doing anything. We kicked them in their ass, got them out here. We will be live tomorrow, Band-Aid Gang. I want to thank my mods, Damon, my general, all the mods, Nurse 59. She's been with me since day one, holding my chat down, does a wonderful job. Cupcake, make sure y'all also subscribe to The Great Spills the Tea. We do a lot of work together. Hey, Ms. Liz, make sure you subscribe to The Boogeyman. Just all my supporters, we want to thank you guys for even participating in the comment section. Kamikaze McMaster. Hey, you guys, thank you guys for coming in. We love y'all. But remember, pay attention to the signs and symbols because they're for the conscious mind. We love y'all. We are Band-Aid Gang. We beat you. It's the channel. It's your boy C-Dub, Mr. I ain't said a word, but you know what I'm saying. And I said damn with the Real Angel and Diamond Gang. And we beat you. Shouts out to Dr. E. He out there. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for watching, sticking around, and enjoying the live. Remember, y'all, I know it get hard out here, but we all going through this thing together, and it is called life. Be thankful that you're above the ground and you're not under it. Stay prayed up. Be on the lookout. Just know that they're going to try to trick us with trickery, but we refuse to be fooled. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. Please hit the like button, smash that like button, sit on it, do whatever you got to do to put it down.
And we out.
And we out. Peace. Band-Aid Gang.